Hello future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. There is a video about the geometric properties of areas, particularly locating the centroid and computing moment of inertia with respect to x, y, centroidal y, or any axis. And this is very comprehensive because I present so many ways of computing or locating centroids or even computing areas. So for the shaded area shown below, determine the following in many ways. Area, x sub g, the x-coordinate of the centroid of area, the y-coordinate of the centroid of area. Letter D, moment of inertia of area with respect to the x-axis, moment of inertia of area with respect to the y-axis, centroidal moment of inertia with respect to the x, centroidal moment of inertia with respect to the y, the radius of gyration with respect to the origin, radius of gyration with respect to the centroidal y-axis, and the moment of inertia of area with respect to the line, that's vertical line x equals 3. So here is the figure. So first for the area, let's have it uh, computed in many ways. So one is, it is area of rectangle, or in this case square, 1 by 1, plus area of parabola, which is 2/3 1 by 1. That's the easiest way if you know the area of parabola. So it is equal to 5/3. Another way is, it is area of big rectangle minus area of spandrel. The area of rectangle 1 by 2, while the area of spandrel 1/3 of 1 by 1. So area is 1 by 2 minus 1/3 of 1 by 1. So it is also 5/3. Next is by integration considering vertical strip. The height is y because the lower y is falling on the x-axis where y is 0. Thickness dx, so area equals integral of y dx. And if this is the location of the centroid of this rectangular strip, x sub c is just x, y sub c is half of the height y. Take note of that. So area, third way, is integral of y dx, where y is 2 minus x squared, then dx. That's easy to evaluate using power formula. By the way, the limits should be, x is the variable of integration, so limits is from 0 to 1. And I just leave that to you. Using the calculator, it's also 5/3 square units. Then, fourth, considering horizontal area is also by integration of the upper part. Area is area of square 1 by 1 plus area of the upper part, and using horizontal strip, that one, the length of the strip is x, the thickness is dy, and since it begins with this line here, so limits would be 1, y is 1, to y is 2, 1 to 2, x dy, where x is square root of 2 minus y. So integral 1 to 2 of square root of 2 minus y dy. So area equals 1 plus this area here, which is 2/3 supposedly. So using your calculator, it is also equal to uh, 5/3. Uh, I let you be square root of 2 minus y, or this is 2 minus y raised to 1/2. So u is 2 minus y. The differential is negative dy. So I precede the whole integral by a negative 1 or negative sign. So that would be by power formula, 2 minus y to the 3 halves over 3 halves, or 1 minus 2/3 of quantity 2 minus y to the 3 halves. Then limits from 1 to 2, you will get minus 2/3 of quantity 0 minus 1. And that is equal to 5/3. So that's the fourth way. The fifth way would be area. Let's proceed to B.1. Let's locate the x-coordinate of the centroid. So first solution by Varignon's theorem, or first moment of a mass, 5/3 area total times x sub g equals area of this uh, square, which is 1, and of course the distance of the centroid from the y-axis is half of 1.5, plus area of this parabola, which is 2/3. We already calculated that, or you should know that. Then the distance of the centroid from this axis is 3/8. Remember, 3/8 of 1, 3/8 of b. So b is 1, so 3/8. You can only present this solution if you are able to memorize location of centroids of, especially for this parabola or spandrel of parabola. So calculating xg is 0.45. Then another way is by 5/3 xg equals rectangle, area of big rectangle, which is 1 by 2, so 2, centroid 1/2 of 1, which is zero point 0.5, minus area of spandrel, which is this 1/3 of 1 times 1, so 1/3 the area, and the location of the centroid of this spandrel is, remember, 3/4 of b, 3/4 of 1, so 3/4. As I said, you can only present this if you're able to locate the centroid of spandrel of parabola and the parabola by evaluating the formula for the location of the centroids. So you should also derive the location of centroids so that you can easily memorize the location of the centroids by integration. So xg is equal to 0.45 also. Then another way is by direct integration. 5/3 xg equals integral of x sub c dA, and x sub c is just x because we have a vertical strip, and every element of the vertical strip is equidistant from the y-axis. In short, if this is the centroid of the strip, then x sub c is just x. And dA is y times dx, the area of this strip, y dx, where y is 2 minus x squared, then dx. So using your calculator again, xg equals 0.45. Next method is by treating this as rectangle, at square, area is 1, centroid, location of centroid 0.5, then considering vertical strip, integral of x sub c, which is still x, then differential area is the height of the strip from this end up to here. And the height of the strip is equal to y minus 1 because this is y equals 1, the top of this square. So y, which is 2 minus x squared, given, then minus 1. So this is 1 minus x squared as a result. So using your calculator again, plus 0.5 divided by 5/3, xg would also be 0.45. Then last method, b.5, 5/3 xg equals area of square 1 times 0.5 plus, this time considering horizontal strip, the location of the centroid of the strip is at the center of this horizontal strip. The length of the strip is x, so half of that is the location of the centroid, x over 2. The differential area of this horizontal strip is x length times thickness dy. That's why the limits would be from 1 to 2 again, because we already considered the square. So just this part, centroid of that part. So integral of x over 2. If this is x, the location of centroid is x over 2 from the y-axis, then differential area is x times dy. Since x squared is 2 minus y, so that would be 5 thirds xd equals 0.5 plus 1 half integral of 2 minus y dy. X squared is 2 minus y from 1 to 2, so you can easily evaluate that and show that it is also 0.45. 0.5 plus 1/4. So xd is 0.5 plus 1/4. 3/4 divided by 5 thirds, so 0.45. 9 over 20, I think. Then let's proceed to letter C, which is YG. So I'll present many ways also. This C.1 total area times YG equals, we treat this as composite areas. So area of square, which is 1, distance of centroid of the square from the x-axis, which is its yg, 0.5, half of 1, then plus area of parabola, which is 2 thirds. The distance from the vertex of parabola to the centroid along the axis is 3/5 of the height. So 3/5 of 1 is 3/5, and 3/5 is 0.6. So if that is 0.6, the distance of the centroid of this parabola from the top, 0.6. But from the x-axis, it is 2 minus 0.6, 1.4. 2 minus 0.6. So I hope you understood that. So YG is equal to 0.86. Anyway, this is just one of the solutions. You just present a solution where you can conveniently say that your answer is correct as long as it's the same as this. At least one. And I present so many ways so that you cannot think of other ways anymore. Or if you think so, it is now in one of the solutions I presented here. Next is 5 thirds YG equals treating rectangle minus area of spandrel times minus area of spandrel, then times y distance of the centroid of the spandrel. So take note that the y distance of the centroid of the spandrel is x 3/4 of b, then this is 3/10 of h. Remember that the numerator is always 3. I told you that in the derivation of the formula. Or you look at my YouTube channel where you can find second degree curve, area, general, and location of centroid. Or I present it here. So this is 3/10 of 1, so 0.3. So the distance of the centroid of the spandrel of parabola, this white boundary, white region, from the bottom, from the x-axis is 2 units minus 0.3, so 1.7, or 2 minus 0.3. So area of rectangle 2, location of centroid of rectangle from the x-axis, half of 2, so 1. Then minus area of spandrel, 1/3, already calculated, 1/3 of 1 times 1. Then quantity 2 minus 0.3, where this is 0.3 and this is 2 minus 0.3, or 1.7. So solving for YG, it is also 0.86. 0.86, sorry. Third method, 5 thirds YG equals, by integration and considering vertical strip, The height of the strip is in general y, so the location of the centroid from the bottom or from the x-axis is yc, which is just half of y because it is a rectangle. So y over 2, then differential area y dx. So y square is 2 minus x square, so that would be 5 thirds yg equals 1 half integral of y square, and y square is 2 minus x square dx. You can easily evaluate that and show that it is 0.86. C.4, 5 thirds yg equals 1 times 0.5, treating this as square, then distance of centroid from the bottom is zero point 0.5, half of 1. Then we integrate this part. So the height would be up to here only. So it is y uh, minus 1, the height. But the location of the centroid, remember, average upper y, which is y, plus lower y, which is 1, divide by 2. That's the yc of the vertical strip for this part only up to this top of the square. So y plus 1 over 2, average, 1 half of y plus lower y, which is 1. Then quantity, height of strip y minus 1, thickness of strip dx. So x is the variable, that's why y is the x is the variable. X is the variable. So that would be limit 0 to 1, and that would be 1 half integral of y square minus 1. So 5 thirds yg equals 0.5 plus 1 half integral of y square minus 1 dx, and y square is equal to 2 minus x square quantity square, then minus 1, then 0 to 1 limits. So using your calculator, 5 thirds yg is 0.5 plus 14 over 15. So solving for yg, it is also 0.86. Then last method, C.5, 5 thirds times yg equals 1 times 0.5, this one. Then plus, considering horizontal strip. So for this part, considering horizontal strip, the location of the centroid of this horizontal strip from the x-axis is just y. So y, then differential area is x dy. This time the variable of integration is y. So it begins with the top of the square because we already considered the square to this top. So limits will be from 1 to 2. And again, y is the location of the centroid of the horizontal strip from the x-axis. Then differential area is x dy. X dy. So replacing x, which is square root of 2 minus y. So that would be 5 thirds yg equals 0.5 plus integral 1 to 2 of y square root of 2 minus y dy. Using your calculator, that is also 0.86. So let's proceed to the next slide. So to continue, let's proceed to the next question, which is xg, yg, ix. I think it's ix. So letter D, point 1, ix equals 1/3 integral of y cubed dx. So remember that this is the easiest way, considering the vertical strip, which is easier in this case because if you consider horizontal strip, it is not consistent. There will be two integrals, or we have to separate moment of inertia of square, and let's evaluate by integration moment of inertia of this parabola or rectangle minus spandrel. But the direct way, if we consider the vertical strip, remember the moment of inertia of a rectangle with respect to its base is 1/3 base, which is dx, height cube, and the height is y. So 1/3 dx y cube. The variable of integration is x. That's why limits for x 0 to 1. And y is equal to 2 minus x squared, then quantity cube. Then you just evaluate that integral. Instead of expanding it, you're allowed to use your high-tech calculator, and you will get ix equals 59 over 35, or that's around 1.686. So that's the first method. The second method is I have to derive first formula for centroidal moment of inertia. Remember the moment of inertia of spandrel of parabola. Remember the orientation in the derivation and the parabola. So to let you remember or recall, for this spandrel second degree parabola, the area is 1/3 dh in general. That's the location of the centroid, and along the tangent to the vertex, 3/4 of b, and perpendicular to it to the centroid is 3/10 of h. Remember, the technique is the numerator for the location of centroid is always 3. Then for this orange hatch area, which is a parabola, the area is 2/3 dh. The location of the centroid along the axis of the parabola, is 3/5 of height. 3/5 of height, so that's 2/5 of height. Perpendicular to it is 3/8 of b, 3b over 8. And we already derived the moment of inertia with respect to the x-axis of that section, and it was bh cubed over, that's the equation of the curve, blue curve, parabola, second degree. bh cubed over 21, if you can recall, ix, bh cubed over 21. Then its iy is 2 over 7 b cubed h. Ix for the orange, rather, hatch shape, 2 over 7 b h cubed. Iy of this one is 2 over b cubed h over 5. I already write that. Then Iy of the orange hatch or the parabola is 2 over 15 b cubed h. 2 over 15 b cubed h. So Iy of this spandrel is 1/5 of b cubed h. Ix is 1 over 21 bh cubed. So I'll derive centroidal moment of inertia of spandrel, centroidal x, centroidal y, centroidal x, and centroidal y for this parabola by transfer formula for moment of inertia. So bh cubed over 21 equals igx plus area of the spandrel, which is 1/3 bh, and the distance between the centroidal x-axis of the spandrel and the x-axis is 3/8 of 10. So remember, I with respect to any axis equals centroidal moment of inertia plus area distance between the parallel axis square. Simplifying, igx would be equal to 37 over 2,100 bh cubed. So likewise, IGY, this is 3/4 b, since IGY is, or IY is b cube h over 5 equals IGY plus area 1/3 bh, distance square, 3/4 of b quantity square. So if you simplify that, IGY is equal to b cube h over 80. Likewise, for this parabola, since Ix is equal to 2 over 7 bh cubed, and it is equal to Igx of the parabola, I use orange, plus area, which is 2/3 base times height for this orange hatch parabola, to area 2/3 bh, and distance 3/8 of 5 quantity square. So 2 over 7 bh cubed equals Igx plus 2/3 bh, then distance square 3/8 over 5 square. Simplifying, Igx is, for the parabola, is 8 over 175 bh cubed. Then Iy equals Igy plus area distance square. And the distance, this is Igy of the orange hatch section. Distance is 3b over 8 between the y and the centroidal y axis, 3/8 of b. So 2 over 15 b cube h equals Igy plus 2/3 bh times 3/8 of b quantity square. And if you simplify that, Igy is equal to 19 over 480 b cube h. So additional formulas to remember, because I'll use this in another method of solving for Ix. So Ix is by transfer formula. Second method is moment of inertia of square with respect to Ix is equal to moment of inertia of this square with respect to the x-axis. So it coincides with the base. Formula bh cubed over 3, 1 cube over 3 for the square. And for the parabola, since its centroidal axis does not coincide with the x-axis, we have to transfer its centroidal moment of inertia to this x-axis here. The centroidal moment of inertia we have just derived for the parabola, 8 over 175. Base is 1, height is 1, so 1 cube. So it is still 8 over 175. Then plus area of the parabola, which is 2/3 1 times 1, so 2/3. And the centroid, remember, is 3/5. That one, 3 from the vertex. This is the vertex. This is the orientation. So this is 3/5 of 1. 3/5 of 1 is zero point 0.6. So the distance of the centroid of this parabola from the x-axis is 2 units minus 3/5 of 1 or 0.6. 2 minus 0.6, 1.4. Then quantity square. So remember the transfer formula. Using your calculator, Ix is equal to 59 over 35 or approximately 1.686 also. Next method, it is equal to Ix of rectangle, this whole rectangle, then minus, we have to transfer centroidal moment of inertia of this spandrel to the x-axis. We have to subtract it because we consider rectangle. For the rectangle, the x-axis coincide with its base, so 1 height of rectangle, 2 cube over 3. 1, 2 cube over 3. Then minus, we have to subtract and transfer the centroidal moment of inertia of this spandrel. The formula is equal to Igx 37 over 2100 1 cube. That is the formula. Then plus area 1/3 BA, so 1/3. And the distance of the centroidal x-axis of the spandrel, because this is 3/10 or 0.3, so its distance from the x-axis is 2 units minus 3/10 or 0.3, so 1.7, then quantity squares. Solving for Ix, it is 59 over 35 or approximately 1.686. The next method, by integration, by integrating the upper part. So we have for the square 1 times 1 cube over 3, bh cube over 3 with respect to the x-axis or base. Then considering this strip, horizontal strip, the distance is y. So remember, integral of constant distance square, y square, because it is parallel to the x-axis. Differential area is x dy. So constant distance square, x dy. And the limit should be from the top of the square, which is 1, to this vertex, which is 2. So 1 to 2, because it's y that is the variable. And x is equal to square root of 2 minus y. So Ix is 1/3 plus integral 1 to 2 of y squared square root of 2 minus y dy using your calculator. You just wait, be patient. That's also 59/35 or 1.686. Then next method, D.5, this is the easiest. This is the next method. I just open the other way of solving it so that you will have another way of thinking for the next possible method in computing IX. So IY, uh, with respect to this axis here, considering vertical strip, this is the easiest way. So integral of constant distance square, x sub c square, or simply x square, because that's vertical strip, the distance of the every element of the vertical strip from the y-axis is constant, x. So integral of x squared, differential area y dx. So x is the variable of integration, that's why the limit 0 to 1. And y is 2 minus x squared. So integral x squared, 0 to 1, 2 minus x squared dx. So using your calculator, IY is equal to 7/15 or 0.4667. So that is IY, first method. Next is uh, transfer formula. IY is moment of inertia of square plus moment of inertia with respect to the y-axis of this parabola. So for the square, it is 1 b cube, 1 cube h1 over 3. So it is still 1/3. Then by integrating, considering horizontal strip, so remember 1/3 base is dy, then the height is x, perpendicular to the y-axis, then cube. 1/3 base height cube. So that's the interpretation. Where x is square root of 2 minus y. Then quantity cube, so 2 minus y raised to 3 halves. So IY is 1/3 plus 1/3 integral of quantity 2 minus y to the 3 halves dy. So I leave that to you. Use your calculator. Either way, you can use your calculator. 7/15 or 0.4667. Next method, E.3, IY equals moment of inertia of square with respect to the base and moment of inertia of this parabola with respect to this axis. So if this is the parabola, this is the axis of parabola, which is just the inverted part, but the formula is the same. IY of this parabola is equal to 2/15 b cube h, where b is 1, h is 1. So IY is IY of square 1/3 plus 2/15 1 cube, or 1 cube 1, still 2/15. Combining, it is equal to IY 7/15 or 0.46667. Next method, IY is equal to moment of inertia of square, which is 1 cube b cube, rectangle rather, 1 cube b cube, this one 1 cube times height, which is 2 over 3. Then we subtract the moment of inertia of this spandrel of parabola with respect. We have to transfer it here. We have to transfer it here because we don't have, yes, we have a formula for moment of inertia of spandrel with respect to this axis. And if this is the vertex, so that would be with respect to this axis, IY of spandrel parabola, which is b cube h over 5. But in this case, we transfer the formula. So IY with respect to the centroid of spandrel of parabola, IGY of parabola is b cube h over 80. and that is 1 cube 1 over 80. Then plus area of spandrel 1/3. Then distance of centroid of spandrel 3/4 of 1 3/4 from the y-axis to 3/4, so 3/4 square. So computing using your calculator, 7 over 15 or 0.4667. Then another method, this is the, let's proceed to F, IGX, IGX, letter F. This is the first way. IGX is equal to, with respect to the centroidal x-axis, we have to transfer the moment of inertia of square to the centroidal axis of the entire section, and the moment of inertia of parabola to the centroidal axis of the entire region. So plus centroidal moment of inertia of parabola, which is equal to 8 over 175, 1 cube. That one. The area of parabola, this parabola here is 2/3. And the distance, because this is 3/5 of 1.6, so distance from the bottom, 1.4. 2 minus 0.6. And the distance of the centroid is here, 0.86. YG is 0.86. So that's why we have to square one distance of the centroid of parabola to the centroid of the entire area, 0.86. So 1.4, 1.4 is 2 minus 0.6, 1.4, then minus 0.86 quantity squared. So calculating, that is equal to 4757 over 10,500, or a decimal 0.4530. Let's continue the solution on the next slide. So F.2, we are now in the calculation of the centroidal moment of inertia with respect to the x-axis, and we already calculated xg, which is 0.45, yg, which is 0.86, ix 59 over 35, iy 7 over 15, I think. Then igx already calculated. So that's the location of the centroid of the entire area. So F.2 IGX is equal to 1 moment of inertia of rectangle of height 0.86, because this is the centroid. So the base is 1.86 cube over 3 with respect to the base, because the base coincides with the base. This is the base also. Then another rectangle of height 0.14, where 0.14 is equal to 1 minus 0.86. So the moment of inertia with respect to the base, or with respect to the centroidal axis, is 1 base 1 height 0.14 cube over 3. Just like that. Then we have to transfer the centroidal moment of inertia of this parabola to that distance. So remember, it's the centroid of the parabola from the top is 3/5 of 1.6, and if that is 0.6, its distance from the top of the square is 0.4, 1 minus 0.6, and since this is 0.14, the total distance of the centroidal axis of the parabola to the centroid of the entire region is 0.4 plus 0.14, 0.54. So 1.86 cube over 3, 1 height 0.86 cube over 3 plus 1.14, this is 0.14 cube over 3. Then moment of inertia of parabola, we have to transfer it here. So with respect to the centroid, or 8 over 175, 1 cube, it's the same, 8 over 175. Area of parabola 2/3, distance square, as I said, 0.4, because that's from the vertex to centroid, 0.6, 3/5 of 1.6. So this is 0.4 plus 0.14, 0.54, and square it. So using your calculator, it is 4757 over 10,500 or 0.453 in decimal units to the fourth. Next method, F.3, this is by considering this one, then integrating the upper part. So, integral for the rectangle 1 by 0.86, same as that, we have to copy. And for the second term, we have to evaluate the integral, which is constant distance square, considering horizontal strip in this case, constant distance square, differential area. Now, what is the constant distance? Distance from here up to here. This is y minus 0.86 square. So that distance is y minus 0.86 square. Then the area is x dy. X dy, limit should be from 1 to 2 because we consider the parabola and we consider horizontal strip 1 to 2. Area x dy, and x is 2 minus y, square root of 2 minus y dy. So using your calculator, it will give us the same value, 4757 over 10,500 or 0.453 units to the fourth. Another method is IGX is equal to, we consider rectangle with respect to the centroid, transfer it to the centroid of the entire region. So this is for rectangle, 1 height 2 cube over 12. Then the centroid of the rectangle is of course 1. The centroid of the entire region is 0.86 from the bottom. So the distance between the centroidal axis of the rectangle and the centroidal axis, x-axis of the entire region is 1 minus 0.86. So area of rectangle 2, then distance square. Centroid of rectangle from the x-axis is 1. Centroid of the entire region from the x-axis 0.86, then quantity square. That's the distance between parallel axes. Then we have to subtract the centroidal transfer formula for centroidal moment of inertia of this spandrel, and it was 337 over 2,100, 1 cube, so it's still 37 over 2,100. The area of the spandrel is 1/3, and the distance is, this is 0.3, remember, 3/10 of 1, 0.3, so 0.7 to the top of the square to the centroid of the region, 0.7 plus 0.14, 1 minus 0.86, 0.14 is 0.84, then quantity square. So computing, it is the same, 4757 over 10,500 or 0.453. And the CS of all is IX equals IGX plus area barred Y square or YG square. We already computed IX. It was 59 over 35 equals IGX, then area 5/3, YG is 0.86, quantity square. So you'll get the same answer, 4757 over 10,500 or 0.453 approximately. Then we proceed to FG. This is IGY. So first way, G.1 IGY equals moment of inertia. We have to transfer moment of inertia of the square then to the centroidal y-axis of the entire region and this parabola. We already have formulas for that. So for the square, 112, 1 cube, so 112, area of square 1. And since the centroid of the square from the y-axis is 0.5, half of 1, and the centroid of the entire region from the y-axis is 0.45, so the distance between them is 0.5 minus 0.45, then quantity square, because that's the formula. For the parabola, IGY of the parabola, if you can recall, is 19 over 480, 1 cube, so 19 over 480, plus area of parabola 2/3. That's the area of parabola. And the distance between the centroid of the entire section and the centroidal y-axis of the parabola. Remember, this is 3/8 for the parabola. 3/8 of 1. 3/8 of 1 is 3/8. So it is 0.45 minus 3/8, then quantity square. Calculating, it is the same. It is 31 over 240 or 0.1292 units to the fourth. Method number 2, IGY equals integral from by integration considering vertical strip. So if the strip is this one, so the constant distance between the centroid of the strip and the centroid of the region is 0.45 minus x, because that is just x, then squared. Remember, integral of constant distance square. Differential area. What's the differential area of the vertical strip? Y dx. Y is 2 minus x squared, then dx. So using your calculator, that is for, because this is 0 to 0.45, then if the strip falls somewhere here, x is greater than 0.45, so the distance is x minus 0.45 square, but the height is still y. Differential area is still y dx if it falls here. Y dx. And y dx is y is 2 minus x squared, then dx. So adding, the result is the same. 31 over 240 or 0.1292. Or we can have, because 0.45 minus x squared is the same as x minus 0.45 squared, we can have a continued integral, and limits would be from 0 to 1 instead of breaking it 0 to 0.45, then 0.45 to 1. So it's the same. I'll just use this. Integral of quantity x minus 0.45 square, 0 to 1, then differential area y dx, 2 minus x squared dx. The answer is the same, 31 over 240 or 0.1292. The next method is IG.4. IGY equals, for the square, 112 of 1 cube. Then let's transfer it. Plus 1 times quantity 0.5 minus 0.45 square. We just copy this part. And for the second part, we have to integrate. So integral 0 to 1 using the strip here. 0 to 1. Imagine there is vertical strip here. The distance, constant distance, is x minus 0.45, then quantity square. The height is y minus 1 this time. Y minus 1 because we already calculated the moment inertia of the square. So just the parabolic part. So that's why we have y, 2 minus x squared, then minus 1. So the net value there is 1 minus x squared. Then dx. Using your calculator, it's the same. 31 over 240.1292. And this is the easiest way. Iy equals IGY plus area xg squared. Iy equals IGY plus area xg squared. Iy is, we already calculated Iy. It was 7 over 15. Then IGY plus 5/3 area, then xt 0.45 squared. So using your calculator, IGY would still be 31 over 240 or 0.1292. Then we have KO. KO is, remember, IO, JO, IZ, it's the same, polar moment of inertia, is equal to area times radius of gyration square with respect to the origin. So IO, JO, which is Ix plus Iy, Iz equals area KO square, the basic and first formula. So therefore, KO is square root of IO divided by area, where IO is IX plus IY. Since IX is already calculated 59 over 35 and IY is 7 over 15, that's 226 over 105, and area is 5/3. So 226 over 105 equals 5/3 KO square. So KO can now be computed. It is 1.136 units. Then we proceed to KGY. KGY is from square root of IGY over area, or IGY equals area KGY square. So KGY is square root of IGY over area. IGY is 31 over 240, area is 5/3. So we can easily calculate that, and it is equal to square root of 31 over 20, or 0.2784 units. Then finally, Ix equals 3, we have to transfer formula. Ix equals 3 is somewhere here, 3 units from the y-axis. So it is vertical. So therefore, by transfer formula, it should be IGY of the entire section plus area of the entire section, distance square. The distance between x equals 3 and IGY. Since IGY is 0.45, the distance between them is 3 minus 0.45, and we're going to square that. So I with respect to x equals 3 equals IGY, which is 31 over 240 plus area of the entire region 5/3, then plus distance. Remember, this is the axis. X equals 3, that's 3, then minus 0.45, that's the distance. 3 minus 0.45 quantity square. So that would be equal to 329 over 30, or approximately 10.967 units to the fourth. So that's it for this video. It's very lengthy because I presented so many ways. In fact, I think for the many methods I presented, you cannot think any more method. So I hope that you were able to follow and understand the solutions and the setting up of the integral. I hope that you can understand at least 3 out of 5 of the solutions I presented, so that you can also master the principles in statics, especially locating centroids and moments of inertia.